Hello and welcome to the June 2022 Aquarium Update. In this episode, we take you through a multi-course meal of watermelon, zucchini, romaine lettuce, broccoli, and sand.
Or maybe they're bringing hamburgers.
We also give some effective treatments for blackbeard algae and realize that our 65-gallon planted aquarium is finally coming into balance. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. All right, here's a little experiment. Put some watermelon in here. We'll see what happens. Turn down the light. There's the watermelon pleco. Eating the watermelon. Here we are getting ready to grill some stuff tonight. I saved like my vegetable stalks, my broccoli stalks here, feed it to the fish. What I like to do though, I always like to boil it, parboil it before I put it in the aquarium. So let it sit there for a minute, let it kill all the bacteria on the surface. That's really all it needs. Fill it with cool water, let it cool down. Okay, so we put some screws in the end of the broccoli stalks here. Drop them in.
Hey, take it easy. You'll get a stomachache if you swallow it like that. Bye. Bye now.
Yep, broccoli stalks. We throw in some organic romaine lettuce. If we had real plants in here, this is what the lepidopteran would do to them. So we just stick with food and pretend it looks like plants. And then there's this guy. He also likes the lettuce. I'm telling you, lepidopteran, very satisfying fish to keep. It's like a tornado went through here. I really like to eat sand. We've added some catappa leaves in here. The wood doesn't leach out as many tannins anymore, and so we have to replace it with the catappa leaves. They get so excited when you come up to them, these lepidopteran headstanders. Leprinus grantes are doing good. They're getting bigger. See them there in the middle? Showing some nice colors. And right there's a new type of headstander that we just picked up. We'll talk more about this guy next time. Let's head over and see how our 65 gallon is doing. Got our CO2 going in our 65 gallon here, and we got some new plants here to look at. So this plant right here, this is Rotalia Wallicki. Yeah, it's kind of a nice, beautiful plant, and it is growing up towards the light and definitely utilizing the CO2. And we got 3 bunches of that. Here's another one right in front here. And then over here to the left of the porthole catfish is Rotalia nangishan. It's growing very nicely again with the CO2. And in back of the Rotalia Wallicki is the Lowigia repens. And that's growing very nicely as well. I am trying to feed it iron. It likes iron, to kind of get some of those red colors there. It reminds me we're due today. While doing water changes one day, I discovered that a random plant had started growing outside of the water on this piece of driftwood. We have a plant growing up here. If you look closely, you can see its roots kind of extend down there towards the water. Some Facebook groups had some suggestions, but who knows for sure. It's a happy little plant. Let's talk about a not-so-welcome plant, blackbeard algae. As you know, BBA is very tough to get rid of. It is very persistent, most aquarium creatures won't eat it, and it can slowly cover nice decorations and plants. There it is, right there. That should look more like this, a nice piece of dragonstone, but instead is covered with blackbeard algae. I've seen so many posts on fish Facebook forums where people are asking how to get rid of this. Honestly, I use hydrogen peroxide. And so over here, this is a piece that I treated yesterday with hydrogen peroxide. And if you look at the top, it's starting to get this purpley red tinge, and that's the first signs that the BBA is going to be dying.
Enthusiastic chill!
I'm going to pull some of these pieces of rock out that are affected with BBA and do a treatment here. So what I do is I transfer the hydrogen peroxide to one of these sprayers, and so this is kind of the way that the rock was sitting in the aquarium, and so I'm going to just spray and attack all of this BBA. It's harder to see when it's out of the aquarium.
Expression of regret.
So just make sure you really get all the crevices here. Just going to attack it, and then I'm going to let this soak for about 10-15 minutes. So here's a piece of wood that was treated with hydrogen peroxide about 5 days ago. It dies, and then kind of, in this tank I have snails, and so the snails eat it away. Also of note, I think a chicken laid some eggs in this tank. As you can tell, this Rotalia Wallicki has really shot up. This Rotalia nangishan also doing good. Man, I'm loving this tank right now. More good news, Francis, our kissing gourmet, is doing better. He had an infection, he's doing much better. And he's cleaning the algae off my plants like a good boy. Good boy.
Enthusiastic chill!
Let's head upstairs and check out the 29-gallon pencilfish tank, shall we? So I've been on the warpath here with the blackbeard algae and hydrogen peroxide. I'm trying to kill all this blackbeard algae, and it's got this nice red tint here to it. Check it out on the pre-filter sponge there. Very punk rock. It kind of accents the coral red pencilfish bit.
Enthusiastic chill!
29-gallon pencilfish tank is doing good up here. We got our red Beckford's pencilfish, gold tetras, and coral red pencilfish. And this dwarf sage is really starting to fill in, and we're going to try and carpet it out. I've been feeding that root tabs and you know, talking nicely to it, so hopefully it'll continue to spread. Then we got our panda cories. Look at them all over the place. My daughter likes the Disney Pixar movie Turning Red, and therefore likes these panda cories. Working hard. And then we got some stem plants in here. I really went to town with the hydrogen peroxide. This heater was completely covered in it. It looked like a Muppet. And that was also covered in blackbeard algae. The blackbeard algae is still kind of intermittently on the roots of this pothos plant, which continues to grow here. We'll get it longer. Alright, we have a little delicious frozen Daphnia here. Alright, it's time to check out one last tank, the 150-gallon Discus tank.
Do you have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
The flake tail filter. He's just filtering all the flake food on the surface there into his mouth. Just a pretty nice chill tank here. And of course we have our centerpiece, the flake tail Prochylotus. We have to come up with a name for this guy. Yeah, those discus are so bright. And then we got our flag cichlids over yonder and back there. Can barely see them because of the discus there. There they are in back. And our clown loaches are getting pretty big. They're slow growers, but they're doing good. This guy right here, he's a big fatty. Oh, more discus getting in the way. They make better doors than windows, don't they? They do. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.